A paycheck arrives. Number goes up. Then groceries. Then a car payment. The bank balance stays the same. You just got a raise. You told yourself this time would be different. This time you'd save more, invest more. Finally stop living paycheck to paycheck. But 3 months later, you check your account. And somehow, you're exactly where you started. Maybe even a little behind. Here's the thing, you're not bad with money. You're losing a game that was never explained to you. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your income growing isn't making you richer and the 3 moves that will actually change that. Buys better car, nicer apartment, new phone bank balance. Same as before, there's a phenomenon that economists have studied for decades. It has a name, lifestyle creep. Every time your income goes up, your spending goes up to match it. Automatically. Almost like a reflex. You didn't plan it. You didn't approve it. But suddenly, the $40,000 apartment felt tight after you started making $80,000. The Honda felt embarrassing. The old phone, replaceable. This is human psychology, not weakness. Our brains are wired to normalize whatever we have and want more. But here's what no one told you this reflex unchecked is the reason most people who earn 6 figures still have nothing to show for it at 45. 2 people. One earns $50K a month and invests 10%. One earns $1.2 a month and invests nothing. Fast forward 20 years. Let's talk real numbers. Person A earns $50 in a month, invests $5,000 consistently, keeps their lifestyle flat for 5 years. Person B earns $20,000 a month. No investments. Lifestyle matches income perfectly. 20 years later, person A has built real, compounding wealth. Person B has a nice car and a savings account that hasn't grown in a decade. The gap isn't income. It's the system you build around your income. Wealth isn't about how much comes in. It's about how much you keep and what that money does while you sleep. Salary arrow going up, then inflation arrow eating it, then tax biting into the rest now. Here's the part nobody talks about. Even if you resist lifestyle creep, there's a silent enemy eating your raise every single year. It's called inflation. If inflation is running at 6% and your raise was 7%, you actually got a 1-cent raise, in real terms. And then there's taxes. As you move into higher income brackets, a larger percentage of every additional rupee goes to the government. So the raise you celebrated, it's not as big as it looked on paper. This is why working harder for more salary alone is a losing strategy. Your income is a river. But if you don't build a dam, the water just keeps flowing out. 3 separate buckets filling up automatically when paycheck arrives. So what actually works? Here's the system. The first thing you do the day your salary hits, before you pay anything, is pay yourself. Not what's left over. Not if there's something extra. First, non-negotiable. Step 1 did the 20% rule. Take 20% off the top of every paycheck. Split it 10% into an emergency fund until you have 6 months of expenses covered. The other 10% goes into investment. This isn't optional once you understand what compound interest actually does. If you invest $5 a month at a 12% annual return, in 20 years you have over 49 lakhs from the $5,000 a month. Step 2 and automate it. The biggest reason people fail isn't willpower. It's friction. If the money sits in your account, you will spend it. Set up an automatic SIP. Set up an auto transfer to a separate savings account. Remove the decision entirely. Step 3. Contain the upgrade. Every time your salary goes up, allow yourself to upgrade one thing. 1. Then freeze everything else and push the rest of the raise into investment. This way you actually feel the raise. But you don't lose the wealth building momentum. But there's one more thing most people miss, and it's the reason even people doing all of this right are still falling behind. Now here's the part that took me the longest to understand. Even if you save, even if you invest, there's still one trap that can undo all of it. And we're going to get to it in just a second. Person investing in a savings account with 3% interest, while inflation runs at 6%, most people, when they finally start saving, put their money in a savings account, they feel responsible. They feel safe. But here's what's actually happening. Your savings account gives you 3 to 4% interest. Inflation takes 6%. That means every year, your savings account is actually losing value in real terms. The money is sitting there. It looks safe, but it's quietly shrinking. The wealth gap between those who build real wealth and those who don't. It's not discipline. It's asset class. Rich people don't save. They deploy mutual funds, index funds, REITs, Gold. Assets that grow faster than inflation. Not speculative gambling, boring, consistent, market-linked instruments that do the work while you live your life. Same salary, but now with 3 buckets running, investments growing, lifestyle controlled. So let's bring it back. Your salary going up doesn't make you richer. Your system makes you richer. You need 3 things. Pay yourself first 20%. Automatically put that money to work in inflation-beating instruments. Contain the lifestyle upgrade, 1 thing per raise. Everything else invests, that's it. No secret. No shortcut. Just a system that actually respects what your work is worth. If this video made you see your money differently, subscribe. Because next week, we're going into exactly where to put that 10% investment so it works hardest for you. Mutual funds, index funds, or something else entirely? The answer isn't what most people think. See you there.